Welcome back, everybody, to The Infected. I'm the Bearded OG, and in this episode, we are going to go out and do more looting because that's really the only good way that we can make money. There are some more things that I want to get before we end Season 1 of The Infected. I talked a little bit about this in the last episode, but let's go over that again. So, basically, I want to get the freezer, and I want to get what else was it? Okay, yeah, we did the electric forge, which is just amazing. In the next season, I'm gonna get this as soon as possible because that thing's just wonderful. We got the oil pump, and by the way, you guys told me in the comments, and you told me on time, thankfully, that you only need one oil pump for the entire map. And that is, I did verify that. So this oil pump that we put up in the last episode is basically supplying oil to everything on the map. Now, just from a philosophical point of view, conceptual game mechanic point of view, I don't like that. Yes, it's convenient as hell, but it's very unrealistic. And for that matter, I don't know if I pointed this out to you guys earlier, but I don't like the fact that our power source, like for example, the water wheel, the solar panels, the turbines, that we don't have to connect those. It's not realistic. Okay. So there are several things about this game, and I've been thinking about this, and I'm going to actually do kind of an end of season, I guess, or series summary, sharing my thoughts with you guys on this game because this was my first time playing through it. There's a lot of good things about this game. If there wasn't, I wouldn't still be playing it, right? So I don't mean to, knock the entire game, but there are some things about it that I don't like, and that's one of them. Most people, I think it's safe for me to say this. I try to be careful not to pigeonhole, stuff, but I think most people play survival games for the realism of it. That's kind of what appeals, what's appealing about survival games to those. It certainly is for me, because, they simulate some, realism to some extent, particularly when it comes to the survival mechanics themselves. And this game really, really shines in some ways in that area, but then in other ways, not so much, right? And so that's one example of that. So anyway, just a little bit of feedback, food for thought, etc., but certainly not, something that would cause me not to ever play the game again. Okay, so anyway, enough about that. Let's go back into here again. So let's see, we definitely want to try the freezer out. And then if we look, let's actually make a garbage container. Let's just do that right now. I want to see. I'm assuming this is where we can just put stuff that we want to get rid of permanently, because the thing about this game is that if you drop stuff on the ground, it doesn't always disappear, and that's not always desirable. I guess, yeah, let's just put this right here. And if there's one thing I have a bunch of, it's iron ingots. The shelves are completely full. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that what it said it needed? Oh, no, 20. Shit. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I have the means to make all kinds of iron ingots. I mean, these guys are almost completely full. And then, this thing's filling up too. Anyway, okay, so use garbage container. Interesting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there is a use for this because at some point, stone's a good example of that. When I get excess stone, I try and put it in here, but sometimes I still have even more than that, and that would just be, we don't want it just lying around because it's going to take up CPU cycles, etc. And even you could even potentially make an argument for doing that with the extra logs that Mikey, drops on the ground. We could take one of these and use it to fill up our stick storage. And then, yeah, I do have some logs sitting way out in the woods, out that way from a tree that I had to take down. that's too far out of range for Mike to get. So we could at least fill this up, and then and it's not that this is, you know, those are really causing a problem, but if you had a lot of that stuff going on, it could be an issue. Nevertheless, that's cool. Okay, so we got a trash can. Let's talk a little bit about power here. I am exceeding my power output's exceeding my power input. So right now, if I do I have everything on? Yes, I do. Okay. To make sure I had all the stuff on. Right now I only have the 2 junctions. I'm not going to worry too much about that for the rest of this playthrough, but in the future we'll be more purposeful about how we set up our junctions and our power routing and stuff. But anyway, right now we have 600 power going out, 589 going in, and I also put a second battery up there, so now we have a storage capacity of 7,020. 720? Where's the 20 coming from? I don't know. That's weird. Yeah, because these batteries only store 3,500, so something else apparently is storing 20 additional power, which is interesting. The thing is, though, is that, you know, when I'm running all of these guys, and, well, not this so much, these guys, and is this, yeah, that's working. And the point being is that it draws more power than just what it's currently doing, because some stuff's not actually on right at the moment or doing anything. At least I think that's the way that it works. I don't know. Maybe it's just going to draw the power all the time, whether it's cycling or not. Because earlier when I was looking at this, it was there was more power draw than just 600. So, well, it maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is because these aren't currently doing something. I'm not really sure. But the point being is that we need a little more power. So why don't we go ahead and put down another water wheel. And I probably have everything I need to build that. Maybe. How about if we put this one just right next to this one? Oh, like right that. Should be good. Okay, and then we need cobalt, aluminum, mechanical, and electrical. I'm probably not going to have enough mechanical and electrical for that. I probably do have enough cobalt. I definitely have enough aluminum. I kind of went a little bit overboard actually on the aluminum. So, but you know, we're going looting anyway, so you know, we'll have that. So let's just grab a bunch of cobalt. I think we needed 25. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, well, 7's all we can carry. Put that down. Oh, okay. So that was exactly 25 cobalt. Nice. Okay, so we need 25 aluminum, but again, we're not going to have enough of the mechanicals and electricals, so we'll get more of those from looting. And I have a full shelf of aluminum here, and I think, yeah, I've got all of this, so that's all the extra. So let's go ahead and pull the glass out of there and get this stuff going. And pull this glass out of here. At this point with the glass, oh, I did get all my windows done too, by the way, so they are now finished, and we can open and close them, which is kind of cool. The glass, normally what I would do with this is I would keep it for, you know, I know that we can build like glass structures or larger windowed structures, things like that, but I'm not planning on doing that in this playthrough. So I think what we'll do with this glass is we might as well sell it. It's not worth a whole lot, but it's worth something. And maybe let's sell a couple of full stacks of wire or 2, because we'll get more of that from looting. So we'll go load up the truck with this stuff, plus whatever I've just been dumping in here. Let's just grab all of that too. In fact, for that matter, I'll grab maybe some more feathers too, because they sell for a little bit, but there's just, you know, super easy to come by, so not too worried about that. We'll get up here and move all of that into there, as well as all of this. And I still have sticks. What? Oh, I guess we filled all those up. Okay. So, do we need to top this up? I think we probably do. I don't use this the only thing I really use this for anymore is cooking chicken breasts or small rations. There we go. So we use that up. Waste not, want not, as much as possible. Let's look at a couple other things here. We've got all this cloth. Let's maybe keep one thingy of it, and we'll also grab that stack of feathers. I'm going to sell the animal hide. It's worth so much money, and I don't know what we need it for beyond making the quiver. I haven't come across anything else that requires it. Maybe some of the furniture does, but, you know, we'll keep coming by that. You guys did mention to me that I could use the bones to make skull lights. Be honest with you, I don't give a shit about skull lights. Who cares? You know, sorry, I just don't. Stuff like that's not that big of a deal to me. I'm more of a practically minded person, I guess. So let's turn all of this into bone shards, and we can sell those as well. You know, we might try a skull light just for funsies, maybe in another season. Particularly if I happen to be doing an infected season during Halloween. That would be appropriate. But for now, not too worried about it. Right now, I'm really just wanting to make enough money to get the final things that I want to get for the, you know, to finish out the playthrough here. So move all of that, and move that, all of that, those, and those. Okay, so that takes care of that. Is there anything else in here that we might want to sell? Let's sell this. Oh, let's not. It's not worth shit. Okay. Sandstone. Not sure why that's in. Oh, I guess I have a couple of things of gas in here too. Why don't we grab one of those? This is all full with fuel stuff. We really don't need biofuel for hardly anything anymore. In fact, the only thing that's using biofuel right now is our clay mixer. Now that we have the oil pump, everything else, pretty sure, yeah, everything else is using, you know, the oil pump stuff. So we might as well sell a full stack of that. Tech. I want to keep all of that stuff. Let's sell a stack of water pipes. I don't know that I'll be needing water pipes anymore. Plastic. Yeah. Let's sell a stack of that. Fish bait. Nah, I'm gonna keep that here. Well, let's keep a few bone shards. Maybe. I don't know. What does it take to make crossbow bolts? I've never had to do that because, you know, we've just been using the ones we looted. So a bolt, yeah, a bolt doesn't even need bone shards at all. Only the arrows do, and we're not using, you know, we'll probably just use the crossbow for the rest of the playthrough. I like the crossbow. It's pretty cool. Fiber, I mean, we could turn some of that into cloth, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's make sure we keep a stack of Kevlar, though. Arguably, we don't really need it. I don't know what we need wool for, but we'll hang on to it. Okay, so that gives us a few more things we can make a little bit more money on. Let's just put this extra fuel. Oh, I already have 2 fuels in there. Oh, by the way, we are going to make ourselves... I'm glad I looked at that. All right, we're going to make ourselves a... We'll just put this in here. An anvil for the trader. So here's the deal. This makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. Let's grab a steel ingot. Notice that the steel ingot sells for 40, okay? Sells for 40, right? A steel alloy, which you need to make a steel ingot, sells for 50. What the hell? I don't know why that's the case, but it is the case. And you know what else we're going to do? And I pointed this out, but 1 lead ore and 1 iron ore is worth 38, I believe. And we get a lot of both of those when we're looting. So we're going to start also selling steel alloy. I've got 4 full racks of steel, and very easy for us to make more as needed. So we might as well sell this. We'll make a pretty decent chunk of cash off of these. In fact, yeah, 50 a pop, so not bad. And yeah, okay, so let's load up all of this. All of this. All right, and then we are either hungry or thirsty, maybe a little bit of both. Let's drink that. Let's have a ration. Let's take another one with us for the road. Well, you know what? We're going to come across all kinds of food from looting, so I don't think we need to. We could. Well, let's eat it now. It's not a waste, even if, because of the fact that it gives us higher caps on stuff. So it's worth doing, and we have an abundance right now. So you guys did point out to me that I can wash my hands in the sink, which is beautiful. Just, I don't know why the hell that didn't occur to me, but it didn't. But now I know. See, I'm smarter than I was before, and it's all thanks to you guys. Okay, what is this? Oh, these are aluminum ingots, right, that we were doing for the thingamadoodle. The thingamadoodle, it's a technical term. Let's go throw these out in the water wheel. Okay, so we just need 3 more aluminum ingots, and then 4 mechanical parts, and 8 electrical parts, which we should... Oh, there's food. Which we should get from looting. Easily get from looting. Okay, we'll harvest the rooster. I don't really have any storage available for food, so we're just going to cook these up. One of the reasons why I want to get the freezer going. We'll just put those extra feathers in there. So we're going to need to grab a couple of melons from there. How's Mike's food doing? Oh, he's good. And barn food's pretty good. Let's drink some milk. Oh, yeah, we're going to need eggs. So grab a couple of eggs out of here. And you guys are done. Mushrooms. And I think we have everything we need now. Craft 2 more of those. Look at that. Beautiful thing. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's do all of this too. Definitely. All right, so let's move all the coffee over. I know we're going to loot a bunch too, but move all of the cans over. We probably I mean, I'm not really doing stuff with cans anymore. Pretty much all my food now is either small or large rations or fish rations, but let's keep 1 stack just in case we might need it for something, right? And then we will go here, and one of you and craft all. And yeah, that's, I guess it doesn't, we still can't do all of those because, but we will make a nice little chunk of change from all of that too. Okay, what are we doing? There's something. Oh, we need to get iron ingots. We need to get 4 more iron ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to build the anvil at the trader. Again, the purpose of that will be to make steel alloy from all of the... See, I've got 8 and 5 ingots. That's what we need, right? 8 planks, 5 ingots. Yep, we're good. Yeah, we'll make the steel alloy there and just sell it straight up because it'll be good money, and just seems to me like it makes sense to do that. I think we've done everything we need to do here. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off all of the storage shed, and that'll give our power a chance to fill up my batteries. So by the time we get back, those should be completely full. It does shut off the oil pump, which means nothing's happening right now in our caves, but I mean, I've got a surplus of pretty much everything anyways, so I'm not going to worry about that. Again, it would be better for me to have more things on separate junctions so I didn't have to turn the entire shed off, but for now, I'm not worried about it. My point being is I'm aware of that for, future builds, more efficiency, etc. Okay, I think we're ready to go. So we will stop off at the trader first. I'm just going to take a wee little nap here just to get our energy all the way up. There we go. It is April. I wonder if I can get away with my cargo pants. I've got my shirt on. Yeah, let's try it. If we get a little cold, we get a little cold. It's not going to kill us. Well, hopefully it doesn't. Oh, shit. We got an attack coming. All right, we better deal with the attack first. Let's just go ahead and put Mikey on repair right now. Maybe he still is, actually, from the last attack. Oh, he is. Okay. Plant bed, stone crates. Yeah, that's fine. So, yeah, let's deal with the attack. Then we'll go to the trader cell, and then we're going to go loot. I just realized that the freezer is going to require plastic. So we're pulling the plastic back out and hanging on to it. Glad I looked at that. I would have been kicking myself. Damn it. Footsteps from that damn raccoon. Hey, you broke it, you bastard. Oh, shit. Oh, God. There's more. Okay. Let's... I don't know that we really need this here. Let's pick this one up and replace this one. That... They probably could get through there, so let's maybe do something more like this. Those guys aren't even upgraded, but I don't care. Don't worry about it. The Vambies here. Okay, here's another. Back on the soapbox for just a minute. The Vambies are so stupid. I mean, he should, or they should. You know, whoever the developer is. I don't even. It's a studio. I don't know if it's one person or a bunch, but they should change their AI so they can path around stuff like this. But they're so dumb that they just run straight towards you right into spikes. You know. So another thing that I think needs to be improved with this game. But anyway, game's great overall for sure. Definitely a fun game. All right, what are we doing? I think we're ready to go, right? Yeah. We got hurt just a wee little bit there. Let's top off our health. We might as well get some free heals from our chair. All right, guys. I will see you at the trader. Let's do this. Crunch time. I thought I saw Bambi up in the woods there, but oh god! And then he decided to teleport right behind me instead. Actually, no, that probably wasn't him. Take that, you bastard. You're scaring the shit out of me. These guys are supposed to make noise, man. It's against the rules when they don't. Alright, just in case that happens again, let's get our spear and shield ready. Okay, this town is not ready to reloot. Okay, there's the other guy right there. Headshot. Yeah, I saw a guy up there, but then he like just vanished. Like literally vanished. Disappeared. Poof. So... or maybe it's my imagination. Who knows? I've got a vivid imagination. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this, this, and all of these. And we're going to make ourselves an anvil for making, whatchamacallit, steel alloy. Okay, let's grab all of this. Grab all of that. Grab all of these. Can't believe I can still walk. All of those. Those, and those. Okay, that's enough. Now we can't walk. Guess we forgot to loot this. Alright, so we are currently sitting on $205 Mickey Holla. Move all of those over. That's $21.50. decent amount of money. We can sell the wire, the pipe, the feathers, the nails. I'll even sell the shale because I got plenty of that. I don't want to sell the repair kits. We hardly get anything for them anyways. Move all that, and that. And move all of those. There's $151 make you holler right there. Ooh. We're not going to be back home in time to cook these, so we might as well just sell them. Yeah, sell those two. All right, so that takes care of that first batch. Grab all of this. And grab all of this. I think that was all we had to sell. We'll loot that piece of jerky and just eat it. Okay, let's go to sell. Move all, move, and move all. And that's another 287.47. That gets us up to 64.79. We need 1,000 to get the freezer. I'd like to try the advanced mixer and the advanced clay mixer and the saw bench too, just to kind of see how they work. We don't really need them for the rest of this playthrough, so I don't know. We'll see. I can only imagine they're going to be quite a bit better than what we currently have. So again, we'll just kind of play all of that by ear. All right, stuff we want to take back to the base we'll put in here, except for cans. Cans will be their own thingy because we're going to get a bunch of those from looting. All right, there is a bad guy. Didn't get a headshot. Got a cranial impact there. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that the big town, it has reset. It's been a while since we've been there. And that, of course, has the highest concentration of loot. So let us go there and make some money. Okay, guys, here is how we're going to handle this. If you don't want to watch me go through and loot this town, which is going to be a lot of the same old, then what I will do is I'll put a timestamp in the video at this point that you can fast forward to where we'll probably be back at the trader and make the sale at that point. Okay? Because I get it. You know, not all of you are going to want to watch me spend however fucking long it's going to take for me to go through this town, and I might not even go through the whole thing anyways. But there are a few of you hardcore people that do want to watch it, and God bless you. So stay with me. But for the rest of you, I'll put the timestamp in, and I'll see you at the trader at the end of this for our sale, and hopefully we'll be able to raise 1,000 coin to get the freezer. Okay, there you go. All right, so those of you who are going to stay with me, let's do this. And I'm not going to really do a lot of editing, guys. I'm not. It's tedious enough just to do all the looting, let alone then having to go back through it and edit it later. So this is going to be au natural. We're going to loot. We're going to have fun. And there will probably be some periods of silence where I'm just going to kind of zen out as we go through and loot. And yeah, so enjoy the loot sesh. As always, I'm not going to time-lapse this either, by the way, but, you know, if you just want to watch on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see the loot come in. It's kind of an easier way to, you know, see what's happening. All right, very good. Let's do this. So we'll get the, you know, outskirts of the town first as usual, then we'll go into the town and do the thing. You know what? We did get hurt just a little bit from that, that zombo that snuck up on us. So yeah, let's just keep our health topped off since we're not going to have an opportunity to sit in a chair for a while. At least not one that will work, I don't think, anyway. Maybe there is a chair in the town we can sit in to heal, but it doesn't have to be our own chair. Like, for example, I can't sit on this couch. I'm assuming it has to be our own chair. Here's a chair, but there's no option, you know, for me to be able to sit on it. So yeah, that's most likely the case there. But yeah, I'm excited to try season 2 out of this game. With me knowing a lot more about what's going to happen. But it's always fun, you know, to play through a game for the very first time and kind of discover things. And, you know, it's usually a joint effort between me figuring it out and you guys giving me tips and, you know, helping in the comments, which is always appreciated. So the thing is, though, is I don't know if I'm going to immediately start season 2. I'm kind of thinking about maybe taking a little bit of a break from, yeah, none of that's lootable, from the game, and trying some other stuff out. Haven't decided that for sure yet, but, you know, unless the universe has other plans for me, I definitely want to play this game again. It's been a really good game overall. I very much enjoyed, you know, playing it. So we'll kind of see, you know, play that one by ear, like I said. Another thing I could potentially do is start season 2, but treat it more like a slow burn where we just, you know, stretch it out for however many weeks or months and not do daily episodes, so that way I can focus on, you know, some other games too. So that's another possibility that we could consider, because this is a good game to do that kind of a playthrough on. It's just a really long, you know, long thing, and that's, you know, that's not a bad thing at all. It's some games are good for that, and this is a really good example of a game that's good for that. So we'll see. I haven't, like I said, I haven't decided for sure yet what's going to happen in that regard. All right, we'll grab that. Let's go ahead and hit this building too. So, other possible games I'm thinking of, I've had a couple of you guys recommend to me to try Vane out. I know that's a newer game. It's been out for a little while, but it's a very... It's, what's the Steam rating that's... It's not the top one, which is, I think, is outstanding or something like that, but it's the one right below it. So it's very good, you know. My brain's not working right at the moment for that, but... Very positive. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. So any game that's very positive is definitely worth playing for the, you know, as long as it's in the, for me anyways, the genre that I like, which is this genre. I'm a survival gamer at heart. I like the occasional, you know, action adventure, first-person shooter games too, but for the most part, I am a survival game player. So anyway, that all being said, Vane is on the list. I've been really wanting to play Tainted Grail. I know that's more of an adventure, you know, RPG type game, not really a survival game, though I think it does have some survival mechanics in it. So I've been thinking about that game just for a little change of pace. I did play the demo of it when it came out about a year or so ago and actually enjoyed it quite a bit. And, you know, it's tempting me right now because it's on sale on Steam. So that's a possibility. For those of you who've been with the channel for a long, long time, you know 7 Days to Die is generally my flagship game. And last I checked, Escape from Tarkov, I think, is in a playable state now. We did an Escape from Tarkov series, God, I don't know, how long has it been now? Probably at least 6 to 8 months ago. No, probably even longer than that. And we had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed it. I guess I've already been over here. So I want to, you know, redo that. I continue to hope and pray that someday Subquake will finally, you know, finish Undead Legacy. I was actually on his Discord yesterday, and he keeps saying it's close, but he doesn't give you an exact date. So, you know, when Undead Legacy is finally playable, I'm probably going to either drop or completely put on hold everything else that I'm doing, or at least slow it down to play that, because You know, we've been waiting for Undead Legacy for years. I kid you not. It's been, what, 2, 3 maybe years since the last release of the absolute best overhaul for 7 Days to Die ever. You know, like, Undead Legacy is like the gold standard for overhauls for 7 days. And I'm not the one that, you know, that's not just my opinion. I've heard other mod authors, in fact, make that comment. So anyway, all that to say, Undead Legacy is going to move probably to the top of the list when it drops. But when is the key word, right? Because we've already been waiting for a couple of years, maybe. I don't think I'm exaggerating. I think it's been that long. But anyway. But until that happens, you know, could be several more months, who knows. I would be interested in doing Escape from Tarkov on 7 days. Definitely not interested in vanilla 7 days. I just kind of really burnt out on that. And, you know, I just finished, not too long ago, just finished a whole series on Rebirth, which is probably my second favorite all-time mod after Undead Legacy, you know, for 7 days. But, you know, it'll probably be a while before Furious Ramsey comes out with a new version of Rebirth, so that's not something I'm planning on doing anytime soon. And yeah, so that's kind of what's on the... Oh, here's another one I've really been thinking about again, is Subsistence. That is a survival game. That is like almost, in my opinion, the gold standard for survival games. And so that might happen too. You know, there's lots of options, so it's just a matter of what we're going to do. I've actually done 2 seasons of Subsistence, but it's been like 3 or 4 years, and there's been a lot of updates to the game since then. You know, so for example, I think the game has... I think it has like an ATV, like vehicles you can drive. That didn't exist in the game when I played it. You know, there was no such thing at that point in time. Let's put all iron in here, and we'll put all lead in here. Okay, we'll eat this. I know we can sell well, okay, how long is that going to last? Yeah, the eggs might last long enough to get back to the trader, at least some of them will. So let's do a dedicated egg bin. And then this is going to be our dedicated... Here, let's eat that. That gets our carbs and our hydration all the way up, and then we'll just let those rot, because those just aren't a big deal. Anyhow, what are we talking about? I'm not going to kill the chicken, because, again, I'm not going to have a chance to cook the meat. Of course, I guess we could have killed it to sell the meat, but it's alright. Probably rot before we have that chance, right? Let's go maybe this far. Where's all the Vambies at, man? There's like no Vambies in town right now. You know, now that I said that, watch a whole horde of them rush me. Did we already go in here? I think we did. I've been jibber-jabbering the whole time and lost track of what the fuck I'm doing, but that's okay. We're having fun. That's all that matters. Okay, what? Hold on. My mouse is having problems. Yeah, I think I need to change the batteries in my mouse. I'll be right back. All right, guys. We are back. I got some fresh batteries in the mouse here, and we will continue on. Okay, we gotta get that and these. Actually took a little bit of a longer break too, so I don't remember where we left off. Looks like we got all of that stuff. Okay, so let's grab you. I think what we'll do is we'll go this way. So, were we already in here? No, not in here. I think we have a very, almost a guaranteed chance, in fact, of making 1,000. Oh, so we did come back through here. Okay. I knew we'd come into one of these. What about this one? Not this one. Okay. Yeah, we should definitely be able to make 1,000 gold to get the freezer. I'm curious to see how that's gonna, you know, what kind of space and so forth that's gonna give us. There are no Vambies around. That's interesting. What we'll do is we'll just keep the truck up there and we'll keep going until we run out of space. Alright, this is normally the big store, or one of them anyway. With some good stuff in it, but we already got the good stuff, so now it's just going to have the basic stuff. It's this one and the next one over. Or maybe it's the next one over, I don't remember. But grab all this stuff back here. That's really cool, man. I wish we could put those in our own base. Little kind of tabletop stove thingamadoodles. Okay, we grabbed you. Irons. Wish we could loot all that stuff and then sell it or something. It's got to be worth something, you'd think, right? Oh, there is back here. Okay, we can search these. Why can we search these but not these? There are some things about this game that makes no sense to me, man. No sense whatsoever. Okay. This is the store that had the really good stuff in it. Like the crossbow and all of that, and a bunch of high-end food or food ingredients. Okay, that's it for all of that. Let's get these guys. So yeah, like I was talking about before, I just wish that there was more options for manufacturing product and selling the product. It would add another dimension to the game, make things more interesting, give us more options. I'm not going to pick that stuff up. It's just going to take up space. Well, we could pick up some of it up and eat it, I guess. Okay, that gets our carbs all the way up. And I'm talking about fairly high-end products. Well, actually, no, it'd be good if we had kind of a range. Like we could make cheap stuff for a little bit of money, mid-level stuff for a medium-sized amount of money, and then really expensive stuff for a hell of a lot of money. That would be fun. Okay, we've been all through here. I think we went down here too, didn't we? Oh, well, maybe not. I must be thinking about over there, so let's go. Did we must have, yeah, we must have come into this building, but then we stopped here and went back up that street. Gotcha, okay. There's some Vambies down the street there, okay. They're all on that end of town, I guess. Did we come all the way down here? We did not. Grab everything in there. Nothing this way. Okay, so I think that takes care of this building. We still have a decent amount of room in there. And yeah, let's just keep going. This building is going to take a long time to loot. It's one of those big apartments. Damn it. Okay, we'll check down here in the basement area. Grab all of that stuff. Okay, that's just going to be the stairs going up there, so we'll do that later. This was like the clinic. I don't think there's a lot of stuff to loot in here. There's a couple of things, but not a ton. Oh, we just went overweight. Okay, so if I eat an egg and I eat another egg, it's not quite getting us where we need to be. If I make some of these, will that make me lighter or heavier? I don't know. We're going to find out. Lighter. Nice. Okay. So we have maxed out on our weight. We will come back and continue the clinic after we drop off. Okay, let's just keep going on this end of town. We'll hit this, excuse me, apartment building, and then that stuff over there. And we'll eventually work our way back down to the clinic. Go in here first. Can't leave those. Excuse me. Got all of that stuff. Did we get this? Nope. Alright, let's go up. Oh shit, this door's open. I didn't open it. That's kind of scary. Maybe a Vambi was in here, they opened it, and they went back out and went upstairs. We're going to keep our spare out just in case. Okay, let's just eat that straight up. Okay, so we're out of food. Food room. Gotta keep an eye on that. In fact, let's look at the food. Yeah, we just got some big stuff in here. We'll drink that. Eat one of those, and we'll keep going and see how things go. That open doors got me a little nervous. And this is a big apartment building. Well, it's a tall apartment building, I guess. Okay, it takes care of that one. Did we get this? Yes. All right, up to the top. Okay, what the fuck? My mouse button now isn't working. I'm having all kinds of trouble with this fucking mouse today. We're looking for... What are we looking for? Looking for... Where's the quick loot? Interact, transfer, take all. Okay, that's normally T. Okay, so that's working. Now if we go back to options and set this to mouse button, click apply. Now it's working. I don't know, man. Don't know what to tell you. A lot faster for me to use the mouse button than to hunt for the T key. When you do this about 800 times in one loot session. Did we grab that? Nope. Okay. Eat that. Eat that. Grab that. All right. That is it for this apartment building. Okay, we got this pharmaceuticals building. Excuse me. let's go ahead and hit it next. None of that fast food stuff is lootable. If I remember right, I think we found... Did we find some rations in here the first time we did it? Maybe? Maybe not. Okay, that's it for those. We got you. None of that stuff's lootable. Okay. We got everything in here. Most everything. Okay, that goes upstairs. This goes outside. The dude right there. Hit him, just didn't get a headshot. Did that time. Oh. He did? Yeah, there's lots of Zeeks over on this side of town. All right, let's not worry about them right at the moment. Those. We get this stuff. Yeah, it looks like we did. Well, not those. Grab all the stuff in here. That's it for this one. Headshot. 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 Batting 1,000. Shooting 1,000. Oh, there's a guy there too. Didn't get a headshot on him. Quit you bouncing up and down. Just hold still so I can shoot you. Don't be an asshole. Headshot. All right, let's hit this police station because it shouldn't take too long. There's not a whole lot to these places. Takes care of that. Then we'll go upstairs. And one more level. That's it. Freaking easy. All right, did we check this? Yes, we did. Let's go ahead and hit Pratt Pharmaceuticals. This one's going to take a little while. I think we got everything done down below on it. Lots of ambies out now. He's a little further down. He's not, though. I like the crossbow, man. I mean, the bow's not bad either. It's a decent weapon for sure. The crossbow doesn't suck. Alright, why don't we pull the truck around this way? Alright, let's go up into the pharmaceutical building. And we will start right here. And loot away. Lots of loot in this place. Goes up to the next level. Is there anything back here? Anything on the cubicles? Nope. That's it for that room. Go way around here. This side. Whoop. Oh, nope, one more room. There we go. Okay, that's it for this floor. Guess we have to go over here to go up next. And it's just pretty much more of the same. Guess that's it for in there. Oh man, I'm starting to get loot fatigue. Happens in this game. I think we might, after we finish this building, call it quits. And we just got heavy too. Ah, balls. Okay, let's drop some lead. I think, yeah, let's just drop a lead. 2 pieces of lead so we can move. Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's call it quits for now. My brain's starting to get a little bit numb with all this. We very likely have enough money now, but before we I do want to make sure we have enough stuff to build the other water wheel before we sell. So I think what I'm actually going to do is go back home and get that done, and then just run over to the trader just to make sure, because I don't remember the exact counts of everything that we needed. Or what we could do is go to the trader first, sell everything except for the electrical and mechanical parts. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Okay, so I'll see you guys at the trader. It's crunch time. I should be able to loot their campfire, man. Okay, I don't see any Vambies in the immediate vicinity. Oh, there's one right there. There's one way over there, but I'm not too concerned about that one. Yeah. guess we could egg this one here. And since we're at it, take him out too. And that should take care of all 3 of the ones that'll spawn. Or not. Wait, what? That was weird. A little bit delayed action on his howl there. Unless there is indeed another one. No, I guess we're okay. Alright, so here's the deal. We are not going to sell electronics or mechanicals. In fact, let's take a look at this. So we need, and we need to make sure we keep at least 50 plastic. Now I do have 30-ish back at the base, I think. I know I have at least 1 full stack, so if we, I guess we don't need electronics and mechanicals for this, but we did need them for the water wheel. So, okay, yeah, we do have a full thing there. So we'll sell the 11. And we have plenty of wire. We have plenty of medical kits. But this I'm going to take back with me. Okay. And then we're going to sell all of this. Yeah, we'll sell all of that. We'll come back and do the usual with that stuff. We can sell those right away. We want to sell all the eggs, which filled up our food, so let's go get those sold before they start to go bad. Okay, so move. Let's keep that. We'll keep that for the moment. Move all of this over. All of these. There's 350. Okay, good. So we made 1,000. We've already made what we needed to. But let's finish it out. Get a little extra money. So we're hanging on to those. Grab all of these. And here, let's just do these next. Split one. Split one, max those, and then all of these we'll just take back home for now. And then I've got 1 egg and all of this stuff to sell. Here, move that back in there. Can I sell these? I can. Okay. I've got plenty of liver now. Let's just sell them. Okay, go here, move all. There's another $83. And then all we have, oh no, we have all of these, so move all of those. Those go into our other inventory, so we'll turn all the iron and lead into steel alloy. Now that we have the thing here to do that, the anvil. One of those, all of those. And then let's go here, 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 and here, and there. Okay. Move all, move that. So that's all of it. And that's another $15.50. So that gives us to $11.98.90. We'll keep the lead ore. All right, we can now purchase from Frau Trader, the freezer. Let's do it. Oh, it's a done deal. Okay, so I still want to try advanced clay mixer, advanced mixer, and electric saw bench. That's tentatively going to happen in this series. Maybe we'll see. Because I really would like to see how they perform, but man, my brain is just fried right now from all the looting. All right, we are back, and let's grab all of this stuff and all of this stuff. I think that's everything. Yeah, we got a wolf on the deal there. All right, let's get the water wheel upgraded first. Mechanical. Oh, you need 3 more aluminum ingots. We can do that. 1, 2, 3. Boom. There we go. Double the power. I love it. All right, so this freezer, we need to. I don't know how big it is. All that stuff over there. Here, let me quickly get some of this other stuff put away. Electronics go in there. Actually, we can keep mechanical in there too. Plastic in here. Oil shale goes there. And let's see how we're doing over here. I had to put 5 in there. Pull you out. We had everything turned off too to refill the batteries. So, yep, we got full storage capacity. Okay, let's turn everything on in there. All right, so freezer. Let's take a look at this. Is this... that's what we're dealing with. Okay. So, let's see here. Let's just cancel that for the moment. We could put it over here, but then it's going to block this door. This door is not as critical as it once was because I was always going back and forth to refill the water, but we don't have to worry about that anymore. So we could put the freezer there. Can it go outside? Just out of curiosity. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like it has to be on a foundation. All right. I mean, there's room for it in here, but this is kind of the living area, so that would look weird, I think. Let's move you over here. Can I squeeze you in there? I can. It's a little tight. Here, let's do this. Take you. And move you kind of more over this way. And then put you in here. Maybe like about that. Okay, let's put you here. And we'll put you maybe right here. Now, freezer. Probably want something like this. If I put it like this, there's still room to get through here if we needed to. Well, I don't think we'll know that until we actually build it out. If there isn't room to do that, it would make more sense to turn this with the door open. We can move it after we build it if we need to. Okay, so we need 50 screws. I don't know why that just doesn't go in one click. It's a little irritating. 50 plastic. We're probably thirsty. Oh, we're also tired too, but we're almost done here. 12 aluminum, 12 steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is freezer 1. The one and only. Okay, can we get through here? No. I mean, we don't need to, right? We really don't. So, okay. That being the case, that door is no longer going to be functional, and it makes way more sense to put the freezer in like this. Where's Mike going? That's as far back as... wait. There we go. Just like that. Okay. So I guess we just put normal storage thingies in there, because there's no like built-in shelves. Let's take a nap. Okay. So we need to get power over to that wall. And we should just work off of the kitchen circuit. But we don't have to. We could do a junction just for the freezer. Because this is arguably now the thing we want to run all of the time. Even maybe more than the fridges now. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I just gotta figure this out. We're gonna want the power to run along this wall here. If we ran it off of this relay, then it's just on the kitchen junction. We can just run it straight across there and then down. The wires would be overlapping with these guys, but why do I even have a relay right there? What purpose is this relay serving? I don't think it's serving anything. So in that case, right? Yeah, there's nothing connected to that. Is that even connected at all? Yeah, it is. All right, let's just do this then. Let's just move this up to here. And then we can run a wire just kind of across that way. All right, I'm gonna, yeah, that connector is just right in the center. Should we get rid of this door and put a wall in there? Just because it's going to look kind of stupid having a door there. Let's save the game just in case doing this fucks something up. Delete. delete. Wall, normal wall, there. Okay. Just need 2 more logs to finish that back out. 1, 2. And that actually opens up this corner for something else maybe later. Do I have my... Yeah, I do have my repair tool. I should not. I should have taken the pick with me, but I always forget that. Okay, let's grab some wire. And some screws. And a couple of coppers and a couple of irons. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3. We're about in the middle of the 3rd board down. Placeables, power, relay, and 1, 2, 3. About in the middle of the 3rd board down, and I'm gonna guess that that's about gonna be the center of this. Even if it's not, it's going to be hidden, so it wouldn't really matter a whole lot, visually speaking. All right, now let's run a cable from here to here. And then we will run a cable from here to here. Okay, and then we'll move this back to here. And even make sure the back wire is straight. All right, how much power does this sucker use? Ooh, 350. That's like an entire water wheel. Okay, so we got 950 power out. So yeah, we're gonna have to build another water wheel too, which we can do, just to support that. But this is going to be so worth it. So let's look at something here. What has a spoil timer? The cans of pumpkin. Okay, so if we just put this in here, no more spoil timer. It's a beautiful thing. All right, cool. Can I put a storage rack in here? Just to make things really nice and neat. Chest rack. I can. Look at that. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's put one on that side. And one on this side. I suppose we could glitch one in here. Ooh. Ooh, we can, but do we want to do that? Maybe we do. I don't know. Probably not, actually. We'll just do a stack. We can do a stack, you know, just where the crates are on top of each other. This is amazing, though, man. I love it. Okay, so, guys, we're going to wrap up the episode here. What I'm going to do off camera is I'm going to get another water mill put in place just to support this thing alone. I'll build these 2 racks out. I'll fill this up with storage crates. And then we'll win. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, share out the video, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.